Hello, Nigeria. It's another exciting episode of the Issues on Voice of the People television, where we bring you the most important and pressing issues shaping our nation today. I am your host, Jerry Arpelion. Today on the Issues, we'll be dissecting the burning matters shaping Nigeria and beyond. On the front line of politics, Wike has issued a warning that the People's Democratic Party risks total collapse if it dares to bring back Peter Obi. The presidency is also firing back, blasting Nasser El-Rufai, Rotimi Amechi, and Obi over what it calls a desperate plot to unseat President Bola Tinubu in 2027. And on the international stage, a Finnish court has handed Nigerian-born activist Simon Ekpa 6 years in prison for terrorism-related offenses, sparking global attention over his controversial role in the Biafran separatist movement. Stay tuned after this short break. We'll dig deeper into this topic some more. Don't go away. Welcome back. Let's dive straight into today's conversation. Today we begin the show with a Finnish court which has sentenced Nigerian-born activist Simon Ekpa to 6 years in prison for terrorism-related offenses and other crimes. The 40-year-old former Lati municipal councillor was convicted of participating in the activities of a terrorist organization, incitement to commit terrorist act, aggravated tax fraud, and violations of the Lawyers Act. He denied all the charges but was ordered to remain in custody. According to court findings, between August 2021 and November 2024, Ekpa used social media to push for the independence of the Biafra region in Nigeria through unlawful means. Judges ruled that he played a central role in transforming a separatist movement into a structured organization, encouraging followers to commit crimes and helping armed groups obtain weapons, explosives, and ammunition. These groups were classified as terrorist organizations. Ekpa, arrested in December 2024, faced trial over 12 sessions between May and June 2025 before the unanimous verdict was delivered by a 3-judge panel. While charges against the 4 others initially linked to the case were dropped for lack of evidence, Ekpa was found guilty of orchestrating activities that endangered both Finland and Nigeria. His conviction has drawn global attention given his controversial online influence and ties to the Biafran separatist movement. On that note, I want to say we have 2 esteemed guests here in the studio. We have Dr. Peter Anosike. Dr. Anosike is a philosopher, development economist, and best-selling author. He is also an erudite commentator on economy, finance, politics, and power. Great to have you join us.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure. And joining us virtually is Chris Paul Otaibe, an international correspondent all the way from Sierra Leone. Great to have you, Mr. Chris.
Oh, thank you for having me. You can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Correct.
I want to start with Dr. Nosike, yeah. I know he's a big follower of the story of Simon Ekpa, right from the days when he was actively encouraging and inciting young men in the Southeast, and now his conviction has come into play. Dr. Nosike, what do you think about his conviction?
Well, for me, I will start with saying that half bread is better than none, because I'm not really happy with that 6 years thing. 6 years to me is like what I had expected that they would have given him a life sentence. That is what I expected that they would have done. Give him a minimum of a life sentence, because this man committed a lot of atrocities. And I'm even disappointed that the Finnish court, we are saying that he used the social media to push for Biafra, whatever. He never did any of those things. Simon Ekpa is a scammer. Simon Ekpa is a scammer. Understand? He saw a window to make money using that name, Biafra. So he was never fighting for self-determination of Biafra. He was never fighting for independence of Biafra. He was duping people with that name, Biafra. So for me, that 6 years to me doesn't amount to anything. But what I now want the Nigerian government to do is to fight for him to be extradited to Nigeria so that he will serve that sentence in Nigeria. That is what I want the Nigerian government to do, to take advantage of this imprisonment and now write to them, this man is a Nigerian. Let him serve his, even though he's also a Finnish citizen. That's what they always criminally do. When they go over, in order that to protect themselves, they will marry a woman from there. That's to get a protection. But he was born in Nigeria. He was raised in Nigeria. The Nigerian government can write to them, bring him, send him back to Nigeria to serve his imprisonment. Understand? Because Finnish court is even is better than hotels in Nigeria.
In terms of the comfort?
Comfort.
Okay, you say he's going to enjoy comfort while being in a Finnish jail.
I say it's a Scandinavian country. Okay. Understand me? I say their prison is better than our universities.
That's an indictment.
So they should bring him down to Kuje or Kirikiri prison to serve his sentence.
That's an indictment on the state of our prisons
I'm
in
telling
Nigeria.
you, I'm not talking about prison. Their prison yard is better than hotels in Nigeria. I'm not talking about a Finnish prison yard and Nigeria prison yard. I said their prison yard is better than good hotels in Nigeria.
Wow. So that means you're trying to tell us that our prisons are not even there. So
I say their prisons are better than our good hotels.
Wow. Okay, let me go to Mr. Chris Paul Otaigbe. Taking a look at this situation, just about how many sessions judgment is being delivered. What does this say about the judicial system abroad and, of course, in Finland and that of Nigeria? Because we have a case, something similar, but let's not say similar because it has been politicized when it comes to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu here. It takes just about 12 sessions and judgment is delivered. What does this say about our system and that operates in Finland?
Well, in 12 sessions, I think within 30 days, May to June or thereabout.
Yeah.
It says a lot now. It's open. in Nigeria, that case will have gone on for maybe when Jesus Christ want to come. Maybe that's when they will even start talking about it. From then, delay, adjournment. Talking technical issues on evident, manifest criminal case. So it's clear now. The difference is clear, like we normally say in Nigeria. Nigerian, do you have judiciary in Nigeria? For crying out loud, do we have it? Everybody is just parading institutions. We just have empty institutions with full criminally minded Nigerians inhabiting those institutions. But then, as I always say, it's not them alone in the conspiracy against the potency and integrity of institutions in the country. They are actively supported by the West, who have this playbook of destroying your institutions. All your critical and strategic institutions, they would destroy it. So it's we don't have judiciary, I'm sorry to say. In fact, it got worse from under this guy, Tinubu, from when he was going to contest from the election to this point. Right now, we don't have anything. It's crazy and it's annoying. We don't have judiciary, man. Before he came, all this delay tax, they were even trying to begin the last drop of gentleman, of nobility of the institution, integrity institution, was finally eroded from Tinubu's election. During Tinubu's during the 2023 elections till date. Now it's worse. Now, having said that, let me go back to a little bit of chronology here. I have always said that after Ojukwu, Biafra was, in the man even said it before he left, passed on. He said Biafra is no longer an armed separate organization. It's transformed into intellectual to an intellectual realm. So Biafra was not what these boys from Wike to what's his name, Kanu, then to Ekpa. They've all been scammers. They are young men who took advantage of the gap in the system, and they do not define the Igbo man. The entrepreneurship spirit and strength, the intellectual depth of the Igbo man. These boys do not do justice to the Igbo race. Yet they had supporters even among the elite. It's wild. I'm sure Ojukwu must be turning his grave. What mess did I leave behind? So I'm not surprised about Simon Ekpa. In fact, Simon Ekpa was even helping Tinubu's campaign. Yeah, either by design or by default, or I dare say by design. Because it was useful to give the perception that the East, that Peter Obi was very popular at the time, comes from, is unsettled, is destabilized, is insecure, is nothing. Meanwhile, the East had nothing to do with those things. They were stage managed. And Ekpa was used as a main actor for that purpose. So that's why when my brother here said, I don't know, maybe if they do that tomorrow, because that would have been, Tinubu would have moved for his extradition right from.
But it has the handwritten of the federal government outsourcing, or I say, all of this process to the Finland judiciary, because it looks like our judiciary has failed to do the job with the case of Nnamdi Kanu. But does that show responsibility on the part of the federal government outsourcing national security matters?
No. You are saying this thing like they outsourced.
Okay, you're saying it's an independent move by the Finland government.
It was an independent move by the Finnish court. I don't care what anybody tells me.
Okay.
Because in a proper, on a good day, on a normal day, Nigerian government is supposed to have been writing for the extradition of that, God knows what his name is. But they didn't do anything like that because it served them during campaign. It served their purpose. With all those stupid things they were carrying on during the election, killing people, raising armies that didn't have identification. They were just classifying them, this one, that one. But these were terrorists, paid, sponsored, funded by politicians here. Because they needed to destabilize the Southeast to reduce Peter Obi's credibility or whatever, potency of his candidacy. And Ekpa was the one they were using. Let's not forget this history. That's why I'm not surprised. Now that the Finnish court has sentenced the whatever his name is to 6 years, which of course is like a slap in the wrist, on the wrist rather. Tinubu should have moved. Now, what Tinubu moved? For what now? The boy served him well. Served him well. Well.
So you're saying it's more like a covert operation? With the federal government involved?
Operation. It was a covert operation. Everybody who knows now that Ekpa was used. Kanu was, of course, had been dealt with by Buhari. One way or another, maybe that one was I want to even believe that one had a little bit of ethnic sentiment connected to that. The guy just hated the gods of Igbos. So let's say this thing the way they are. Ekpa will be released 6 years after and he will be living his life. But I promise you, and every Nigerian listening to me, thank God. The powers, the Western power that brought Tinubu and all this mess that brought it onto us, they are declining globally. So Trump now is America, they are fighting for their own life, the decline of their empire. They were the ones who foisted this mess upon our lives. So let God get rid of them, and then God will now open the space for Nigerians to take their proper place in the world by dealing with their issues by themselves, by God's grace.
Okay,
thank you.
Mr. Chris, you've just made some very, very damning revelations, and I want to say maybe those are your views, definitely. But John Osike, there's something that people are not talking about. Simon Ekpa had followers, still has followers, who believe him hook, line, and sinker, who will never accept that he's a tool by the federal government, who will never accept or see him as a fraud. Most people still see him as a messiah. And as we are speaking right now, we still have a lot of people who are not happy that he's being jailed and are still following him, whether he's going wrong or whatever way. So what happens to these people who are massively online, who are from the Southeast, who are still being used as tools, as unknown gunmen to cause mayhem?
Are you sure that they are from the Southeast? Well, you asked my friend Chris 2 questions.
Yes.
You say what's the difference between the Finnish court and the
judiciary here in Nigeria?
Judiciary. It's like there's a wall of difference. One, before they arrest you abroad, they have monitored you, they have funded you, they have done all the investigations before arresting you. So before you are arrested, they have concrete evidence against you. But in Nigeria, police will first of all arrest you before asking you, what did you do? Understand me? Nigeria police will arrest you, now begin to ask you, what did you do? Maybe somebody wrote a petition, they'll go and pick you up before now asking you, what did you do? So your investigation in Nigeria, investigation starts after you have been arrested. But over there, arrest is after they have done their secret investigation. So that's why immediately you are arrested. Within 1, 2, 3 months, the case is over. Understand? Here in Nigeria, let me use Ibori as an example. Here in Nigeria, they gave Ibori more than 100 count charges. He was discharged in all of them. In Britain, he was given only 2 charges. He needed guilty because he saw the evidence. Even the judge told Ibori, need guilty so that your sentence will be minimal. Don't waste the time of court. Because investigation has already been concluded from Dubai to UK. So that is the difference. That's why you cannot waste the time of court abroad. Understand me? That is the reason why you cannot waste the time of court abroad. And again, for what Chris said about, for me, I believe no matter what anybody thinks, Biafra is a state of mind. Biafra is not a geographical space. Biafra is can-do spirit of a people. That spirit of squeezing milk from stone. That's what Biafra is. Anybody telling you that Biafra has 5, 6 states or so and so is a scammer. Biafra is a state of mind. That is my belief. Anybody that is telling you that he is fighting for Biafra, watch yourself very well. And not of, even those are the people that read the mafia manager. Understand? The author stated that a deceiver must always find people to deceive. That's what is happening in all these issues. Understand? Around 2002, Wike was calling me his PA. Understand me? He was calling me his PA, but I know that he's a scammer. Understand?
So you're saying the origin of this latest activist, or would I say those who have been pushing for Biafra,
okay.
They are all scams?
Okay, now, for those who don't know, our problem is that we don't read, we don't research, understand me? Wike formed the Igbo Council of Chiefs that was doing this S&D warfare thing in all the local governments. He formed it. In 1998, he embezzled their 350,000 naira. They expelled him. The next day, 1999, Mossab came. And Wike said that he's going to personalize this Mossab thing to himself so that nobody will sack him again.
Okay.
Mossab was formed at Dr. Christian Nwachukwu Street at Okota. Understand? And this guy, what Wike read in New Delhi University, India.
Okay.
He never practiced for 1 day. He never practiced. So this is their meal ticket.
Okay. It was just more like a business venture.
I said when Wike was in Lagos here, anytime police arrest him, I'm the first person that his wife calls. So I was with the Sun newspaper. And Sun newspaper was seen as the voice of Igbo people. So it is because of it. So I'm always the first person that his wife calls. So I'm not telling you that I hear.
Now what you know.
Understand? This is what I know.
So that means what you've been reading so far, including Nnamdi Kanu, can we also say that he's part of all of this group of people who is pushing Biafra and not really in the interest of Biafrans?
And let me tell you what happened there with Nnamdi Kanu. One, And now the can read geography in Nsukka, understand? Unfortunately, we are from the same area, Ibeku, Umuahi Ibeku. He's from Afara Ibeku, understand me? I'm from Ibeku too, understand? So, when he was in charge of Radio Biafra, understand?
From the onset.
Yes, he was in charge of Radio Biafra in UK.
Okay.
So then, and his father was the king of Afara. I'm telling you why people accepted him. One, when you are in the media, you are popular. Then his father being a king, understand? People now that this guy is from a rich family, he's not fighting for money, he is genuine. Do you see? That is why when he broke away from Masob, which was founded by Wike, most of them moved over to him. One, he's in UK. His father is a king. Understand me?
And he has resources.
So he's not looking for money. He's already rich. That's the mentality. But what caused that problem was Wike was stingy. Wike was chopping and doing, as we say in Africa.
Yeah, he was eating alone, making all the money.
He was eating and doing.
Okay.
He is naturally very, very stingy.
So that means activism is buried based on stomach infrastructure.
I told you yesterday, activism died with Chima Obani.
Okay.
When activism died in Nigeria was when Chima Obani died. Any other person calling himself an activist is a fraud.
So what happens to the foot soldiers who still, now they've listened to you, what should they be doing? Should they be searching for knowledge from historians like you who understand the nitty-gritty?
Go and struggle.
On your own, for the Biafra?
Go. I used to tell people, if you are tired of staying in Lagos, go back to the east. Don't say that you are going for Biafra anything. Nobody is fighting for you for Biafra.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
Read how other countries got their independence. Understand?
Okay.
One day I asked Zurike, that was in 2006. I called him, Chief. You say that Biafra will be getting independent very soon. If you get it, then Achike Udenwa was governor of Imo State. I said, when Achike Udenwa leave government house for you to enter, or when you go to Enugu, the capital of old eastern Nigeria, and Chimaroke Nnamani will vacate the government house. He told me when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. I've already seen the impossibility.
That there was no plan.
Impossibility of what they are doing. One day he bought land in Zaria and showed me a receipt. I said, Chief, you are talking of Biafra. You are buying land in northern Nigeria. He said, and so what? Are Nigerians not owning and properties in America?
So you're saying that the Biafra owning properties in Nigeria.
So the youth should grow up. They should grow up.
All right. So those who are actively still protesting, of course, even dropping the comment in the comment section, definitely
they should grow up.
And understand.
I was in the thick of this thing as a journalist because I'm looking for strong stories to sell my paper. Understand me? I'm looking for strong stories.
So we're saying that the actualization of Biafra is not happening anytime soon because we don't have anyone like Ojukwu still yet pushing the struggle.
The condition then and now is not the same thing.
Okay.
We should know this condition. Then we have eastern Nigeria comprising of the present 11 states. Ojukwu was the military governor of eastern
region.
Nigeria,
Yeah.
eastern region.
Yeah.
Understand? There's a unity. One man in command. One man commanding with the M.I. Okpara as a premier. So it is easy. Now there are 5 states in the southeastern zone. The governors are not even on the same page.
The different political parties.
They are not even on the same page.
Different ideologies.
Understand me?
Okay.
So you can see the difference between then and now. They should open up, that they should grow up.
Okay, all right. That means we might not be able to have a situation where there will be any talk about Biafra even succeeding.
Nobody is fighting for Biafra.
All right, let's go back to the next conversation because of time. The Federal Capital Territory Minister, Wike, has warned that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, risk collapse if it considers bringing back former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. Wike accused the PDP of repeating mistakes that led to its defeat in the 2023 elections, including allowing both the presidential candidates and the national chairman to emerge from the north. The former Rivers governor said the PDP's arrogance, lack of fairness, and refusal to listen to internal advice weakened the party. He recalled warning that the party would pay the price for ignoring zoning and balance, insisting that the presidency must rotate back to the south to restore equity and political stability. Wike dismissed talks of Obi'S possible return to the PDP, calling the idea dangerous and hypocritical. According to him, bringing Obi back would erode the party's credibility and further destroy its ideological foundation. He maintained that only equity, justice, and zoning can make the PDP relevant again. Let me go back to Chris Paul Otaibe. What do you make of the warning from Wike saying that don't bring back Peter Obi? If you bring him back, there's going to be a problem. It will be like going back to what actually caused the problem. Do you agree with Wike on this? Please unmute your audio so we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes,
Go ahead.
we can hear you now. Yes, now, let me quickly thank God for Wike for giving us clarity finally on this Biafra scam, activism scam. Because if you will bear me with myself and others, they will be bantering on this issue. And I thank God that it's finally agreed that it's a scam all along. Now, what's his name? Wike. Look, we should all remember that Wike's coming to APC was a vengeance move. It was a vengeance move because he was played out at the primaries, PDP primaries then, when Abubakar Atiku took it. So for me, whatever Wike is saying, I don't care whatever all the nonsense that man is saying, because the guy is a mess. He doesn't, he will say anything, but it's not him that I want to fix now. It's the issue from all sides. See, whatever anybody likes to say, Peter Obi remains the only man standing. But unfortunately, that thing that made him, he seems to be allowing it to be chipped away with his alignment with forces that have expired, that Nigerians have rejected for him. So that's why, what's his name, Wike can be saying all this, Yoruba will say cotton, nonsense talk. Obi is being, Obi is the factor in Nigerian politics. He is the factor. Even with the erosion of his integrity bit by bit, by joining all these forces. Obi is a force by himself for Nigerians and for Nigeria. He's a force bigger than even the president who is serving president. Look, if you want to try it, put Tinubu and Obi, let them be walking the streets. Even if Tinubu let him pay a rented crowd. The rented crowd will shrink to Nigerians who will say, yeah, our president Obi. That is the reality we are facing. Let's stop all this, all gossip talk aimed at distracting Nigerians, aimed at taking our eyes off the ball. So Wike does not make sense to me. He had never made sense. He almost made sense. Those days he was pretending to be in the camp of the people who were for Obi. So he used Obi's credibility, Obi's platform, or he rode onto whatever he is now on Obi's back. So Wike does not make sense. Wike is just one of the Wike is just, everything is a mess. I can say this for 1 million times. These are all details of the mess we are experiencing. Would Obi make all this talk is saying, would he say it in Senate clients? Would he say it in Senate clients? He's saying if PDP bring Obi back, that will be the death of the PDP. Of course not. Even though it will, Obi will bring it up, but not to the level that Obi is, or the level he brought Labour Party. Because nobody likes PDP. Nigerians don't like PDP. They don't like APC. So for me, I hope, for his own sake, Peter Obi is not even thinking of it. If he thinks of it, me myself, I will curse him. But I will curse him. Like many Nigerians will curse him. What's he doing in PDP? If at the time he left for Labour Party, he didn't Labour Party, he didn't need any party. If he liked, he could have formed Matchstick Party or Pom Pom Party, or Malanke Party, or Keke Marwa Party. People will follow him. Keke Marwa Party will become the party. So Obi was a false enemy, the false for Nigerians. So all these things, what's his name? Wike is saying, Wike is nothing near Peter Obi. Wike is a rag. It's a moral rag, a political rag. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't count. You will say, why am I emotional? I'm emotional because this is it's just like saying mess in front of you and you are almost helpless. But you know it's mess by every particular material particular. Wike is a mess. So all these things they don't count. But the issue is, I hope Peter Obi is not thinking for his own sake and for the mandate. Nigeria has given that guy mandate. Let nobody get it twisted. That guy has the mandate of Nigerians across ethnic lines, across religious lines, across all lines.
Okay.
So that is what we need to hold on to, not the shadow chasing that these people are trying to get us to do. All right. So for me, Peter Obi is a factor. He is the man.
All right.
But I can also concede and confess that he's by joining forces with people that don't matter. He's diminishing his stature, himself, and most importantly, and almost regrettably now, the mandate Nigerians gave him. So that's all I have to say. Please let everybody disregard Wike. Wike can never make sense, even to himself.
All right.
He can never make sense. So let Nigerians have that and have peace. I beg.
Okay, I can see how this going to Chris Otaiwe is about the opinion of Wike on Peter Obi returning to the PDP. But some people are not looking at this. Could this just be a cheap publicity stunt on the part of those who run the PDP to use Peter Obi's name to still make PDP relevant in the scheme of things and ahead of the 2027 elections? Because if you look at it, who's the candidate that PDP will even want to talk about ahead of the 2027 elections? So they decided to sell Peter Obi's name alongside Jonathan to make the party relevant again in the scheme of things.
Well, the reason why all these things are happening is because our constitution does not allow independent candidacy. That's the reason why people like Wike and others are mentioning Peter Obi's name. assuming that our constitution allows independent candidacy, P2B would have run as an independent candidate because an eagle and a chicken does not mix. Understand me? An eagle and a hawk does not mix. They don't fly together. But Constitution has made it in such a way that an eagle must mix with hawks, must mix with chickens. And that is the problem that P2B is having. If not, P2B is not supposed to be mixing with these people. But you must run under a political party. That is the disadvantage that P2B has. So assuming that we have that independent candidacy is allowed in our constitution, P2B would have run as an independent candidate and win. I think there he would not have anybody working against him. Then for what Nelson Wike said, well, he has said that he used to drink 40 years old whiskey. And if you read that statement, you will see that it is 40 years old whiskey that is working. Because why? He said in 2023 that PDP was supposed to zone to the south, but they zoned to the north. Understand? That there's a gentleman agreement that power must rotate between north and south every 8 years. So the same PDP has now zoned to the south. P2B is from the south. You are now saying bringing him within the party. What is the logic there?
And let's not forget, in 2023, the election, the primaries in the PDP was thrown open. It was not zoned.
No, but he said the reason why he did not support Atiku that power should be in the south.
In the south. Now it's in the south. Now you say P2B should not return.
Now PDP has now done what you said and zoned to the south. And P2B is from the south. You are not saying it will be dangerous that you bring somebody from the south to contest. Understand? So that's why I'm talking about the whiskey. And he has improved from that 40 years old whiskey to taking a happiness drug. So when you see some politicians smiling, it is that happiness drug that is causing it, not that it is coming from their heart. Understand me? Because original happiness should come from within, not from without.
But should Wike be speaking because on behalf of the PDP? Because he is someone who was openly saying that he was going to support Tinubu in the 2027 elections. Should he be the right person that should be speaking on who should be the candidate of the PDP?
That's why I'm talking about all the 40 years whiskey. Because he has said that he's going to support Tinubu in 2027. So what is your business if somebody that will kill PDP is brought?
Okay, if the person who will be dangerous.
Do you now want somebody who will defeat Tinubu in 2027?
Yes, to be the candidate of the PDP.
So when people are talking, are they making sense? Understand? So that is, he's not supposed to be wishing PDP well. Just like I read where Emphasis Kiyamo was saying that PDP should not give Jonathan tickets. You are in APC. You are supporting Tinubu. What's your business with who PDP give a ticket? So that is busybody. Understand me?
Can we say he's being hypocritical? Because now, tomorrow you say you're supporting the current president under the APC, where you are an FCT minister, and you still want to overrule whatever happens in the PDP, which is a supposedly the major opposition party, because taking a look at the fact they took second in the last election.
Well, PDP already had a presidential candidate.
Which is who?
Sheyi Makinde.
Have you been told that the primaries been done?
PDP already have a presidential candidate, Sheyi Makinde.
Not like he's going to be the overall presidential candidate. He might be having ambition.
He's going to be PDP presidential candidate
At the end of the primaries?
at the end of the primaries. So, but from Wike, nothing will make P2B return to PDP. Nothing will make P2B, because people will see him as being unserious. It will affect his integrity. So P2B will rather resign from politics than go back to PDP.
All right. But why has he not debunked all of this?
No, politics is about silence and secrecy.
But is silence not showing approval?
Wait, you keep people in suspense. You don't reveal all your cards. Understand? You don't reveal all your cards, because people can never attack what they don't know.
Is it that P2B has finally listened to you? Because I know you complained about him talking too much.
I told you then that he was talking too much.
Okay, now he has decided to be silent.
Silence is the game, because when people don't know what is in your mind, they'll keep on guessing. And the more you keep quiet, the more the attention builds. Understand me? So that is the way to go about this business.
All right, let me go to Chris Polatech before we wrap it up. The presidency has dismissed alleged plans by former governors Nasar Rufai, Rotimi Amaechi, and P2B to unseat President Bola Tinubu in 2027, describing them as power-hungry, irrelevant politicians. And then Rufai recently accused the government of negotiating with bandits instead of tackling insecurity, while Amaechi and Obi criticized Tinubu's economic policies, warning that poverty, unemployment, and insecurity are worsening under his administration. Responding, presidential advisor on information strategy, talking about Bayo Onanuga, labeled the trial a coalition of spent forces. He noted that Rufai had previously admitted that 4 years was insufficient to transform the economy, yet was now demanding Tinubu deliver the impossible within 2 years. Onanuga also dismissed Obi and Amaechi as political underachievers, seeking relevance. Onanuga highlighted what he described as Tinubu's achievements, including rising foreign reserves, stock market growth, harmonized exchange rates, increased investment, improved GDP, declining inflation, and higher revenues for state and local councils.
Jerry, how does that affect the nerve of the common man on the street? How does increasing foreign reserve? The question is for Chris.
It's a Chris, but let's wrap it up.
Look, you see, what let me start with Onanuga. Onanuga Tinubu's group, you see, they master the art of what I call abstract statistics that you cannot trace, you may not know, and so they can take it up and take it down as they like. You know, if they were in opposition, they will take it down so that you will hate the government in power. Now they are in, they are not taking it up. It's a lie now, because that's what. Thank you for how does that improve the life of the ordinary man on the street? That's the metrics. That's the indicator. All right. Now, what's his name? So first of all, Bayo Onanuga is doing his job of lying and lying and lying. But these liars, this bunch of lies they are telling is the worst kind ever. It's in your face. They are using statistics that are not there. You know, because you know that the average man cannot go and find out, and then shout. If the thing is working, it will reflect on the streets, man. You know, so of course, Bayo Onanuga is being dismissed as just there. You know, he's doing his job, getting paid for it, to lie and lie and lie. Even his fellows have used that to also lie for their principals in power. So he's not doing anything different or anything, you know, that we don't know already. Now, so what's his name? Rufai? No, Rufai now. I'm done with Onanuga. Rufai. Okay. Rufai is another Wike. Even better, although Wike may be taller than him, because that guy is like a near Sky Lulu. Short. Rufai, do you read what was Rufai not Buhari's apostle? Right. Did somebody in their camp not say that they brought in terrorists? Well, they brought in terrorists. Now he's accusing the government of negotiating with terrorists. You see, what goes on comes.
All right, Mr. Chris.
So they have selective amnesia.
We have to wrap
He
it up.
decided to remember what the one day that will favor. The thing is a debate, second on debating society.
All right.
The point, I have more points than you. See,
All right.
let me just wrap up by saying that Rufai, like what's his name, Wike, they are just part of the bunch of mess, in the Nigerian political landscape or ecosystem. That's just it. Don't believe them, disregard whatever they say.
All right.
Everybody should just focus on Obi. That's
All right.
my
Thank you very much.
stop
Thank
there.
you very much, Mr. Chris. It's been awesome having you on the issues. And of course, big thanks, Dr. Anosike as well.
Thank you for having
I know
me.
you're itching to say something, but we'll have to pause it.
And let me just say one sentence. The only way to measure a government that is doing well is the quality of life of the people and nothing more. The
Right.
quality of life of the people. That's the only way to measure government that is doing well. Not foreign reserve, not a GDP, the life of the people, the quality of life of the people, period.
Quality of the life of the people from Dr. Anosike. All right, this development underscored the intense power struggles rocking Nigeria's political landscape, while international verdicts remind us of the global consequences of local actions. From Wike's warning to the PDP to the presidency's defense of Tinubu and Simon Ekpa's jail term in Finland, the issues remain clear. Justice, power, and accountability are on trial. I am Jerry Arpeliohai. This has been the Issues and Voice of the People television, where the future faces forward. Have a good one.